Hey guys, welcome back. Tonight I am reading to you lesson 2 of our homework, Sparta and Athens, city-state rivals. So I'm on page 77. Our essential question is, why do people form governments? And terms to know are: tyrant is an absolute ruler, unrestrained by law. Oligarchy, a government in which a small group has control. Democracy, a government by the people. Helots, enslaved people in ancient Sparta. Ephor, a high-ranking government official in Sparta who was elected by the Council of Elders. Okay, so we have our map here, and you should be able to find Sparta and Athens on it. They're both close to where it says Peloponnesus. So Athens is on the right, and Sparta's down there on the bottom left. All right, turn to page 78. Political changes. As the Greek city-states grew, there were political changes. The wealthy nobles had seized power from the kings. Owners of small farms did not like the nobles ruling, however. Many of them had borrowed money from the nobles. When the farmers could not repay their loans, the nobles took their farms. By 650 BC, merchants and artisans who also wanted change. They were not citizens because they did not own land. That meant that they did not have a say in ruling the polis. The growing political unrest led to the rise of tyrants. A tyrant is someone who seizes power and rules with total authority. Most of the tyrants who controlled city-states ruled fairly. It was the harshness of few tyrants that gave the word tyranny its current meaning, ruled by a cruel and unjust person. Number 1, what is a tyrant? The common people and the hoplites, or citizen soldiers, supported the tyrants overthrowing the nobles. Tyrants became more popular by building new marketplaces, temples, and fortresses. Most people in the Greek city-states objected to rule by one person. However, they wanted a government in which all citizens had a say. Tyrants ruled many Greek city-states until about 500 BC. Then, most Greek city-states changed to either an oligarchy or a democracy. In an oligarchy, a few wealthy people hold power over a larger group of citizens. In a democracy, all citizens have a say in the government. Each polis chose its own type of government. Number 2, list 2 groups of people who lived in Greek city-states but did not want the nobles to rule. That's going to be towards the top. Number 3, mark the text. Underline the definitions of oligarchy and democracy. It's going to be right next to it. Number 4, why were tyrants able to hold power in various Greek city-states? Political changes in ancient Greece. The nobles took control from kings. Farmers, merchants, and artisans wanted the changes, which led to the common people supporting the tyrants, and most tyrants did rule fairly. And the Greeks wanted more say in government, and that led to most of the tyrants being replaced by oligarchies or democracy. So you have this chain of events that happened here where you went from nobles to tyrants to rule by the people. I'm on page 79. Sparta, a military society. Sparta was located on the Peloponnese Peninsula in southern Greece. Sparta invaded nearby city-states and enslaved the people who lived there. The Spartans called them enslaved people Helots. In about 650 BC, the Helots rebelled. The Spartans crushed the uprising. The leaders decided to make Sparta a military society. The leaders throughout this would make citizens more loyal, thought this would make citizens more loyal and obedient, because soldiers are loyal and obedient. All boys and men were prepared for a life of war. Boys left home at age 7, and they lived in harsh military camps where they learned to read and write and use weapons. Spartan leaders believed harsh treatment would make boys into adults who could survive the pain of battle. Life for men in Sparta. Age 7, left home for military camps. Age 20, joined the regular army. Age 30, could live at home while serving in the military. Age 60, finally left the military service. Number 5, circle the word that means relating to soldiers in war. Number 6, what were Spartan women expected to do as adults? Spartan women enjoyed more freedom than women in other city-states because the men were often away from home. Girls were trained in sports such as wrestling. The main role of women was to raise sons for the military. Sparta's government was an oligarchy. 2 kings ruled together but had little power. The council of elders acted as judges, and the assembly made decisions about war and peace. The assembly elected 5 people each year to be ephors. The ephors enforced laws and collected taxes. Sparta's leaders believed education could lead to unrest. For this reason, the government discouraged people from studying literature and the arts. Foreign visitors were not welcome. People could leave Sparta only for military purposes. Trade was limited. Sparta became very isolated. Why did Sparta fall behind other Greek city-states in many areas? Well, they weren't able to learn. Athens, a young democracy. Athens was another important Greek city-state. It was located northeast of Sparta. The people who lived in Athens were descended from Mycenaean people. The Athenian people had different ideas about government and society than people of Sparta. In Athens, boys studied arithmetic, geometry, drawing, music, and public speaking. They also practiced sports. Boys finished school at the age of 18. At that age, they were expected to be active in public affairs. Girls in Athens were educated at home. They learned spinning and weaving and other household duties. In some wealthy families, they learned to read, write, and play music. Women were expected to marry and raise children. About 600 BC, most Athenian farmers owed money to the nobles, just like in Sparta. To avoid an uprising, the nobles turned to a respected merchant named Solon. Solon ended the farmers' debts and freed those who had been enslaved. In 560 BC, another tyrant took over the government. His name was Persistus. He gave citizenship to people who did not own land. He hired the poor to build temples. So what did Solon do to help the farmers? That's going to be right there. He freed them and got rid of their debt. After Pisistratus died, Cleisthenes took over. He gave the assembly even greater powers. He also created a new council of 500 citizens to help the assembly manage government business. Each year, a lottery was held to choose the council members. Each lottery meant that every citizen had a chance to become a council member. What is the benefit of using the lottery system? Cleisthenes made the Athenian government more democratic. However, people who were not citizens still could not participate in government. This included all women, foreign-born men, and enslaved people. Number 11, why was Solon chosen to be the leader of Athens? It's very much like America. I mean, you can't vote unless you register and unless you're over 18. And for a long time, women couldn't vote in America. White poor people, black people. I mean, only the upper class could vote, just like in these times. And I mean, we're looking at a difference of 560 BC to the 1700s BCE, or I'm sorry, CE, current era. So you have a discrepancy of almost 2,000 years where people were still not given equal rights to vote. All right, last bit, check for understanding. Name one way Cleisthenes made the Athenian government more democratic. The lottery, new council of 500 citizens. List the 3 groups that were not helped by his changes. And that's going to be the last sentence there. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.